What's cracking with your snackin' snacker stars? It's me, the BRE, the man in the backwards hat, Brandon from the sAs, the Snack Food Appreciation Society, back at you again for another Friday edition of Pizza Night. And once again, like I told you, I am on the road, as I will be for most of the summer. Today, I have returned to an Arlington institution, an original, a legend if you will. And we're gonna find out what it is and what it's all about right after this on Pizza Night. Never fear, Pizza Night is here, so go ahead and grab yourself a can of beer for Friday night, August 19th, 2016. Tonight, I have returned to the Broiler, home of world-famous steak subs and pizza here on Columbia Pike in Arlington, Virginia. Arlington continues to change. There's some of the older businesses, but just across the street over by Monroe Street, you see some of the newfangled apartment buildings and things of that nature. And then over on the other side, that's the Burger King that I very often have reviewed products from. And then you've got a lot of other like Latin American type businesses and so forth, like the Ranchero Miguelino over there, and good old Sophia's Pupuseria. Anyway, today I am back at the Broiler because of Anthony Clark. Last night on the sAs Facebook page, which you can join by clicking on the link down below, he showed us one of the Broiler's pizzas. And the one that he showed us looks a lot like the one on the cover of the menu here. I've already reviewed one like that before that has double pepperoni. I decided to try out some of their other toppings for the very first time. Of course, the Broiler is famous for their breakfasts and their subs and basically their standard greasy spoon type fare. The building on the inside really has not changed over the years very much at all. So what I got is their rectangular large pizza, which is about 10 by 14 if I'm not mistaken. And on that pizza, bam, I got something similar to what I had last week from that pizza from Giant Food. I got meatballs, or what they're calling meatballs. It just looks like ground beef to me, lots of little shredded up pieces of ground beef. I also asked for bacon and extra cheese. It looks like they got the extra cheese part right. I'm not sure about the bacon, of course, because the bacon very well might be buried underneath the cheese. I'm not really sure. Let's get a little closer there. Might be some bacon in there. I'm not really sure. Let me go ahead and grab something that might be similar to a 420 slice off this bad boy. And this corner will do. And show it to you a little more closely. Pull that, there you go. Yep, there's bacon in there. Looks like nice big hunks of bacon at that. Wow, lots of cheese came off of there. Here you go. Yep, sauce is underneath there. You've got a square, somewhat pastry-like dough. Looks like it didn't get too well baked on the bottom side, but that should be okay. Alright guys, it was $16.50 for this pizza. I think somewhere around the $9 or $10 range, and then when I added on the extra cheese and the bacon, it came up to about $16.50 pretty quickly with tax. Alright guys, I'll be right back right after this to try out this pizza and more on Pizza Night. Alright gang, I am back here on Pizza Night. That pizza from the Broiler looks absolutely fantastic. Once again, thanks to Anthony Clark from the sAs group on Facebook, and one of my longtime friends and classmates back in the day for that matter, for putting the picture of the pizza on our page last night and getting me excited to eat a Broiler pizza again. Alright, let me go ahead and pick up a slice. I'm not going to pick up that same one that I had before because it was kind of falling apart. So I'll pick up the one next to it. Oh, that cheese is stretching. This thing is really, really hot, guys. Take a look at it next to my noggin the way I always do. Now, of course, with these square and rectangular pizzas, a lot of times you're not getting big slices, but you are getting numerous slices. It looks like there's somewhere between 12 and 16 little slices on this pizza. And it smells absolutely fantastic. You gotta stop by the Broiler one time when you get a chance, man. It's still got like those plasticized orange diner-like booths. It's got a real stand-up Miss Pac-Man in there. Old menu boards and the works, man. Stop by when you can. But let me go ahead and take a bite of this thing and let you know what I think about this pizza. Alright gang, I am back, and ladies and gentlemen, this pizza tastes really, really good. Is it the best pizza I've ever had? No, but it's a darn good pizza, and it's a very, very down-home tasting pizza, if you know what I'm saying. Down-home and kind of comfort food-like, you know what I'm saying? The crust is probably the weakest part of this pizza. Doesn't have a lot of texture to it, to tell you the truth. The last time I had one, it seemed like it had a little bit more of a flaky thing going on, and it didn't so much have that this time. Maybe it's because of the length of the bake. I don't really know how long they put it in there and so forth. You know, like I said, the bottom part didn't seem like it was all that well done, but it was done enough. The sauce is okay. It's not very sweet. It's more of a savory sauce and not a lot of tang to it, but it does its job by, pardon me, lubricating the product the way it's supposed to. And, you know, it has a good tomatoey flavor. When you get to the cheese, that is probably the star of this show. Nice and stretchy, browned in some areas, so it gives you that nice, deep, cheesy flavor. And overall, just a very good quality tasting cheese. When you get to the toppings, the meat toppings, that's where things are kind of okay. I would rather have, you know, like big full-size meatballs on here if you're going to call it meatballs. Otherwise, just call it ground beef, you know what I mean? But that tastes pretty good. It's pretty juicy without being too terribly greasy. And nice and meaty tasting. It does not taste like it's all that well seasoned, though. A lot of times when you get meatball on a pizza from a place, it's going to have different seasonings than your standard ground beef, and this doesn't seem like it's got that. So that's again why I think this should just be referred to as ground beef on the menu. But alas, that's okay. The bacon was not that noticeable. It kind of came in at the end, and that's probably because of the way it's buried under the cheese. It kind of mixes up all the different flavors and so forth, and you kind of get peaks and valleys and little hints of flavors in there now and again, but the bacon doesn't really stand out. It's not really all that crispy. It's just kind of alright. I think if I come back here, which I will, I'm going to go ahead and just get a double pepperoni again, because that's really where their strength is, and I'm going to stick with their strength. Otherwise, pretty good pizza, but not fantastic. I'm going to go ahead and give this thing a 2/3 of a thumbs up here on Pizza Night tonight. The Broiler has lots of memories for me here. If you've never seen one of my Broiler reviews, either the one from about 3 years back on Pizza Night or the OTR I did with the bacon cheeseburger a couple years ago, basically what happened, I used to live not too far down the street over there in some apartments called Quebec Apartments when I was in first grade, and my father was quite the carouser, if you know what I mean. He liked to go out and have a few drinks and party now and again, and we were waiting for him to come home late one night, and he didn't quite make it, so we decided to go out and go looking for him. Well, when we found him, he was in the parking lot of our apartment complex with his head bashed open. Well, the reason for that was he got in a fight here at the Broiler. He called somebody an unsavory type name, and he got bashed in the head with a crowbar. Yeah, those were the days, my friends, the days I thought would never end. But you know what will never end? That's the sAs group on Facebook. You can get there by clicking on the link down below. Hundreds of the coolest people in the world are in our group, and you should be too. Why aren't you? Follow me on Twitter and Instagram at BrandonReichSAS. Every time you're on social media and you want to talk about your snacks, use the hashtag Snack Society, and also search for that hashtag when you want to know what we're eating. That way we always keep in touch and know what's going on. Also, like, favorite, share, and subscribe. And in the meantime, hey, King Bill, I want to take you up on your offer. In between time, we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.